Hello there, my beautiful, radiant Leo souls, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. I am your guide, and I am so deeply honored to connect with you today. Now, I want you to gather close, to really feel the energy of this moment, because we are about to speak of something truly extraordinary, something you may have already begun to sense deep within the very walls of your own home. Have you felt it? That sudden, inexplicable shift. It's not a ghostly chill or a whisper in the shadows. Oh no, my magnificent Leos. For you, it is something far more dramatic, far more illuminating. Have you ever been sitting in your favorite room, a space you know like the back of your hand, and suddenly felt as if an invisible spotlight has just been turned on? Perhaps the quality of the light itself seems to have changed, becoming warmer, richer, as if the sun itself has decided to pay a personal visit. Maybe you've heard a faint, almost electric hum in the air, a vibration of pure, creative potential that no one else seems to notice. Or have you had that undeniable feeling of being seen, not in a startling way, but in a way that feels like a loving, powerful audience has just gathered, waiting with bated breath for you to take the stage? My dear, brave-hearted Leo, I need you to listen to me with your whole heart right now. This is not your powerful imagination running wild. This is a profound, cosmic signal. The universe is sending you a direct and personal message through the sacred space you call home. And if you dismiss it as a mere daydream, you risk missing the arrival of a truly royal fortune, a blessing that is being prepared just for you. Because the incredible abundance that is making its way to you isn't coming from some distant star or a far-off land. It is awakening from within the very heart of your kingdom, the home you perhaps thought was just a place to rest between your worldly adventures. So, what is truly happening inside your domain? Why is your noble soul the very first to sense this celestial overture? Stay with me on this journey, because what is about to unfold will reveal a magnificent truth. The energy in your home has just received a divine upgrade, and your radiant spirit, always attuned to the light, knew it first. And if you are already feeling that resonance, that spark of recognition in your soul, do me a favor right now. Gently press that like button, not just for an algorithm, but as a conscious affirmation to the universe that you are open and ready to receive. And if you haven't yet joined our beautiful Cosmic Wisdom family, press subscribe so you never miss these sacred updates, tailored just for your incredible journey. Let's begin this exploration together, shall we? Comment below, I am ready to receive energy from the universe. Have you ever walked into your living room, the space where you've laughed, maybe cried, and dreamed your biggest dreams, and suddenly felt like you've stepped onto an entirely different set? Nothing has physically moved. The sofa is in the same place, the pictures are on the wall, but the atmosphere is charged. You can feel it, can't you? That feeling that an old, tired energy has just been ushered out, and a new, vibrant, and expectant energy is taking its place. It's like an invisible curtain has been raised, revealing a stage that is now perfectly lit just for you. As a magnificent Leo, ruled by the all-powerful sun, your very essence is light, warmth, and radiance. Your home is never just a collection of walls and furniture. It is a direct reflection of your inner fire. It is your throne room, your creative studio, your sacred stage upon which the drama and glory of your life unfolds. When your inner sun shines brightly, your home feels like a palace filled with warmth and laughter. But when you have felt compelled to dim your own light, to retreat from the world, your home can begin to feel less like a kingdom and more like a fortress, a place to hide your crown. Perhaps recently, you've found yourself falling into a profound silence, not out of sadness, but out of a deep, resonant stillness. You might sit in your usual chair and feel no desire to turn on the television or music because the silence itself feels full, pregnant with possibility. Maybe the sunlight streaming through your window seems to linger longer, to touch old forgotten objects and imbue them with a new sense of meaning, stirring a powerful emotion in your lion heart. These, my friends, are not random occurrences. They are the subtle but powerful signs that your kingdom is preparing for a new reign. Ancient wisdom from many traditions tells us that our living space is an energetic extension of our own being. It absorbs our energy, our stories, our triumphs, and our heartaches. Every fiery declaration, every quiet tear, every burst of creative genius is etched into the very energetic fabric of your home. And now, because your own soul is on the precipice of a major up-leveling, your entire kingdom is trembling in response, getting ready for the return of its true ruler in their full glory. Do you feel it? That is not a strange or frightening presence. It is the universe's royal announcement, a herald's call letting you know that you are ready for your next grand chapter. A chapter you no longer need to seek out in the wider world, because the entire production is beginning right inside you and right inside the home you live in. That feeling of being watched in the silence might have given you pause, but please, do not be afraid. It is not the gaze of a critic. It is the adoring gaze of your spiritual court, your ancestors, your guardian angels, and your own magnificent higher self, all gathered in the wings, watching you with love and asking one simple, powerful question. Are you ready to truly reign? True transformation, for a soul as grand as yours, doesn't begin with simply rearranging the furniture or painting the walls, although those acts can be powerful rituals. It begins when you start to breathe differently in your own space. When you see it not just as a shelter, but as your sacred ground. When you touch the things within it with a new awareness and a sense of love. In that very moment, you activate a new golden frequency within your home. An invisible portal opens, a direct line to your highest destiny, accessible only when you are still enough to feel it and courageous enough to be fully present in your own power. If you've recently felt a sudden, powerful urge to clear things out, to declutter and create space without knowing precisely why, that is a signal. If you find yourself pausing longer by a window, simply basking in the sunlight, that is a sign. And if your brave heart softens as you notice the beauty in an old forgotten corner, that, my friend, is a sacred gift. Because when your home becomes a living temple to your own divine light, it begins to conspire with you, to whisper secrets of your own impending magnificence. There are these incredible moments, aren't there, Leo? Moments when you walk through a familiar room and your heart just pauses. Not because something is wrong, but because you sense that something unnamed, something powerful, has just rearranged the very air you breathe. The book you left on the table seems to have been nudged ever so slightly, as if by an unseen hand, making way for something more important. The lamp that always glowed with a steady light now seems to pulse with a new energy, a golden, vibrant hum. A piece of art that has hung on your wall for years suddenly seems to hold a new depth, a new message, and it captures your gaze and holds it, speaking directly to your soul. My dear Leo, let me reassure you with all the certainty in the cosmos. You are not imagining things. These are not tricks of the light or flights of fancy. These are the tangible signs of a powerful, benevolent force at work. You cannot see this force with your physical eyes, but you have always felt it. It's that invisible hand, that celestial assistant, that divine royal chamberlain who is working tirelessly behind the scenes on your behalf. It's like the gentle breeze you feel on your neck when all the windows are closed. It's like the palpable presence of encouragement you feel beside you when you are working on a creative project, pushing through a difficult task, or simply standing at your kitchen counter. You turn, expecting to see someone, but no one is there. No one you can see. At least, do not be afraid of this. Please, do not dismiss it as a strange omen. This presence hasn't come to startle you. It has come to prepare the way. It has come to roll out the golden carpet for your next grand entrance. Have you had that feeling that everything around you is subtly, but surely, being rearranged? Not by your own doing, not by anyone in your household, and yet old things, old energies, old attachments seem to be gently moved, shifted, or even nudged toward the exit. You don't know why, but with each shift, your heart feels a little lighter, your spirit a little brighter. Welcome, my friend, to the grand theater of your destiny. You are feeling the work of an unseen stage crew, clearing the set for your next act. Because you, Leo, are a sign of magnificent expression, of heartfelt courage, and of a power that is meant to be seen and felt. You don't always need a detailed script for the future. You just need to feel the energy of the stage being set, the lights being warmed up, the audience taking their seats. And you have been feeling it, haven't you? In many spiritual traditions, there is a concept that before a great blessing can arrive, the space must be consecrated. Before the king or queen can enter the hall, the chamberlain must ensure everything is perfect, that all clutter is removed, that the path is clear. That invisible hand you are sensing is the energy of your own good karma, your own past acts of generosity, courage, and love. Now returning to you. It is not here to judge or to punish. It is here to sweep the stage clean before your magnificent new act begins. You've heard spiritual teachers say, when the heart is at peace, the world is at peace. But did you know, my friend, that before your heart can find that deep, royal peace, the universe first begins to purify the space around you? You may not feel fully ready, but grace is ready. Destiny is ready. The cosmos is ready. All that is required of you is a nod of acknowledgement, a flicker of belief in your lion heart. Think of it this way. All the great myths and sacred texts speak of a divine force that goes before the hero to level the mountains and open the gates. It doesn't wait for you to struggle with the lock. It prepares the path so that you can walk it in your full power. And you feel this preparation not with your eyes, but with that noble, trembling heart of yours, like a grand symphony tuning up just before the conductor raises the baton. Dear Leo, you are not an ordinary soul. You are a keeper of the sacred flame of creativity and self-expression. The strange and wonderful shifts you are sensing are the universe working on your behalf, even while your conscious mind may still be wrestling with doubts. Maybe you've suddenly felt the urge to throw out old clothes that represent a version of yourself you've outgrown. Maybe you've found yourself looking in the mirror and seeing not just your reflection, but the reflection of the king or queen you were always meant to be. That is not just vanity. That is the invisible hand gently polishing the dust from your soul so that your true light can shine through, unobstructed. If you are awake enough, if you are present enough, you will realize you are not being tested. Your kingdom is being consecrated, being made worthy to receive the monumental blessing that is on its way. Think for a moment. How long have you lived in this space? How many years have you bravely carried on, perhaps dimming your own light to make others comfortable? How many times have you sacrificed your own needs, your own creative fire within these very walls? Now, everything begins to move, not to exhaust you, but to restore the original divine order that your soul chose before you even came here. Because a Leo doesn't just live for themselves alone. You live with a grand, generous heart. You live for those you love, for those you lead, and for all the souls who are drawn to your light, knowing that only you shine brightly enough to warm them and guide them. You are not just the owner of your home. You are the radiant heart of it, the sun around which everything orbits. Have you noticed the lights flicker just as you have a brilliant idea? Have you heard a soft, affirming sound just as you make a courageous decision? These are all messages from beyond the veil, from the celestial Chamberlain preparing your path. Do not cast these signs out. Look upon them with love and whisper softly in your mind, "If you come bearing light, you are welcome in my kingdom." And in that moment, your home, no matter how humble, will become a palace where light begins to rise. Be still for a moment. Right now, where are you? In your favorite chair? At your desk? Look around you. Is there a sunbeam falling on the floor that makes you stop in awe? Is there a corner of the room that suddenly seems to be calling for your attention, asking to be cleared and beautified? If so, that is the sign. That is the invisible hand touching you with the purest, most empowering love. And if you are still enough to feel it, you will understand that true fortune doesn't arrive with a loud, boisterous knock. It arrives in the silent, majestic presence of something you cannot name, but your royal soul remembers deeply. There is a secret wound that only a soul with a heart as big and brave as a Leo's can truly understand. It's not that you don't desire happiness, success, and adoration. My goodness, you were born for it. The wound comes from those times you opened your magnificent heart. You shone your brilliant light. You took the stage with courage and vulnerability, and the response you received shattered you. Dear Leo, you know this feeling better than anyone. You once believed with every fiber of your being. You once hoped with the full force of your solar power. You once opened the gates to your kingdom and invited the world in, only to have someone or something, a harsh criticism, a betrayal, a profound disappointment, make you believe that shining your light was dangerous. And from that day, perhaps you quietly, subtly, abdicated your own throne. Not with a grand declaration, but in a way so quiet you almost didn't notice. You pulled back your radiant energy. You stopped expecting the applause. You began to watch life from the wings instead of from center stage, telling yourself you had chosen peace, when in truth, you had chosen to play a smaller part to protect your beautiful, generous heart. But here is the truly miraculous thing. The very dreams you buried, the creative visions you locked away in the royal vault, the ambitions you told yourself were too grand, they are now finding their way back to you, not in a loud or demanding way, but like a faint, majestic trumpet call from a distant hill, like a gentle, warm light peeking from under the door of a room you haven't entered in years, like a strange, beautiful melody that makes you look up in the night, as if a celestial choir were singing your name in a language so ancient, so powerful, yet so achingly familiar. Leo, the very fortune you once rejected out of fear is returning. It is not returning as a test. It is returning as your birthright, a crown patiently waiting for you to reach out and reclaim it. You once dreamed of a great love that celebrated your fire, not tried to extinguish it. You dreamed of a beautiful home that felt like a true kingdom. You dreamed of a life of creative expression, of leadership, of making a real, tangible, positive impact on the world. But because of life, because of heartbreak, because of too many sacrifices that felt unappreciated, you may have stopped dreaming so boldly. You simply didn't want to hurt anymore. But in the unseen realms, my friend, prayers born of a Leo's heart never disappear. They are too powerful. They are not forgotten. They are held in a vault of pure, golden light, kept safe until the trials you've endured have passed. And now, as you have begun to sense the shifts in your home, as you've started to clear out the old and listen to your inner sovereign, those prayers are returning. They may not look exactly as you first imagined. They may arrive in a strange and wonderful phenomenon that stirs your soul awake. A sudden, unexpected opportunity that lands in your lap, perfectly aligned with a forgotten passion. A compliment from a stranger that reminds you of your own brilliant light. A phone call from someone from your past, not to rekindle an old drama, but to finally give you the closure you need to lovingly bolt that door forever and turn your attention to the future. This is not coincidence. The universe remembers every act of generosity, every time you loved fiercely, every moment you shared your warmth, even when you felt cold inside. God, the universe, the divine, whatever name you use for the great creator, does not forget a heart like yours. And now, the cosmos itself is saying, "My child, it is time. Take up your crown. I stand at the gates of your heart, not to force my way in, but to remind you that you hold the key." Dear Leo, it was never that you were undeserving. It was never that good things didn't want to find you. It's simply that you, in an act of profound self-preservation, chose to dim your own magnificent light to protect yourself from a world that felt too harsh. But now, that world is changing because you are changing. You are no longer the one who is hiding in the shadows. You have walked through the season of purification. You have heard the celestial trumpets. You have stood still as the old dreams returned. And for the first time in a long time, you are no longer afraid of your own brilliance. True, lasting fortune for a Leo doesn't fall from the sky in a lottery ticket. It doesn't arrive with someone else's validation. It comes in the moment you make the conscious, courageous choice to walk back into your own throne room and reclaim your seat of power. Whether that's the throne of your heart, the throne of your creativity, or the throne of your own home, can you do one small, regal thing for me today? Go to a window in your home. Open it wide. Let the beautiful, life-giving sunlight pour in. And imagine it is the light of the entire universe, anointing you. Take one deep, powerful breath, and then sit quietly and see what magnificent thought, what creative idea, what feeling of pure self-worth finds its way to you in that light. It might not be a fully formed plan, but your soul will know something powerful is entering, and it was always meant for you. You don't need to be ready in the way the world defines it. You just need to be willing to be seen, willing to shine, willing to receive what was always yours. And now, I invite you to make this real. Go to the comments below and type with all the conviction of your magnificent heart, "I reclaim my throne. I am ready to reign." Because only when you declare it, only when you speak it into existence, does the universe receive its royal command to begin your glorious new chapter. And if right now you are breathing more deeply, if the very air in your home feels charged with golden potential, if your heart is rising with a strange, fierce, and joyful hope, hold on to that feeling. Because in our next part, we will go deeper into the gift that is coming to you, not by another's hand, but by the new royal frequency you are now broadcasting into the cosmos. There's a grand misunderstanding that so many brave souls have carried for far too long. The belief that to truly change your life, you must leave, that you must move to another city, find a new job, start over in a brand new place where no one knows the story of your scars or the times you felt you had to hide your own light. But my dear, magnificent Leo, the most profound truth I can share with you today is this. The space you are in right now is the exact stage where your destiny is waiting to be gloriously rewritten. Not somewhere else, not in a distant land, not in a bigger, more opulent palace, but right here, where you are standing. That old armchair with the worn fabric, where you once sat and dreamed up your most audacious plans. That kitchen table, where you may have laid your head in your hands in moments of doubt. The mirror in your hallway that has reflected your face on your best days and your worst. The very walls that have held the sound of your laughter and absorbed the energy of your quiet prayers. The place you may have sometimes thought of as your cage or your fortress is about to be revealed as the very throne room where your soul was being protected, nurtured, and prepared for this exact moment of coronation. Leo, you may have traveled far and wide through so many experiences, relationships, and adventures, only to find yourself returning to this place you now call home. And now, you are beginning to see it with new eyes. Eyes that once closed to endure are now slowly, bravely opening to love and to rule. You don't need to run away from your reality. You just need to relight your own sacred flame right inside of it. Because sometimes, the most powerful light doesn't come from a grand chandelier. It comes from the spark within your own heart, the one you once knelt and prayed to protect. The ancient masters taught that creating a sacred space at home is the most powerful practice of all, because home is where you cannot wear a mask. It is where every raw, real, and radiant part of you, your joy, your frustration, your love, your creative fire, is etched into the very stones. It is where you touch your destiny, not through grand gestures, but through each breath you take while you make your morning coffee, each glance in the mirror, each moment of quiet contemplation in your favorite chair. Your living space, no matter how humble or grand, holds the essence of your royal soul. And you don't need to change it all to welcome your blessings. You just need to raise your own frequency. And from that centered place of power, the energy of your entire kingdom will begin to shift and align with you. Begin with one small, intentional act today. Could you clean that one window until it sparkles, declaring your intention to see your future with crystal clarity? Could you finally use those beautiful dishes or that luxurious blanket you've been saving for a special occasion, knowing that you, right now, are the special occasion? Could you light a candle, place your hand over your magnificent heart, and whisper to your home, "Thank you. Thank you for holding me. Thank you for being my sanctuary. And now, prepare. For we are about to create magic together. Because every single time you choose to love the place that once felt ordinary, you are proving to the universe that you have forgiven yourself for ever believing you were anything less than royal. Leo, you may not realize it yet, but the home that once felt static has grown brighter today, simply because you have begun to believe you are worthy of living in the full glare of your own light. The shadows you used to retreat into are starting to dissolve because the sun, your inner sun, is rising, and your gaze has changed, and your destiny, the one you thought might have gotten lost, is in fact waiting right here, in the very spot where you are sitting now. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to force anything. You just have to look at each corner of your home with the eyes of a loving, benevolent ruler, seeing the beauty and potential in their kingdom. Because blessings don't need elaborate rituals. Blessings only need a soul that is ready to live in its truth, even if that truth is discovered in a tiny apartment or upon a simple rug. Can you try it now? Look around you. Is there something you used to overlook, but today it feels like it's shimmering with a new light? An old trophy, a photo of a happy memory, a vibrant color that suddenly seems to be calling to you. They are not there by accident. They are the props and set pieces of your new reality, witnesses to a journey of a destiny that is about to be rewritten by your own magnificent hands with the love you are reclaiming for yourself. You don't need to renovate the whole castle. Just tidy one drawer, wipe down one surface, light one candle, and set one powerful intention. And from that single point of light, everything begins to transform. You just have to believe that the universe has chosen your home as the starting point for something truly miraculous, and that your soul is finally ready. Share one small, regal act you will do today to raise the vibration of your kingdom. Maybe it's playing your favorite powerful music, placing a vibrant flower on your desk, or simply saying, "I love you," to your reflection. In doing so, you're not just changing your house. You are throwing open the great doors of your castle for an entirely new destiny to walk in. Hold on to that feeling of power, will you? Because in our final part, we will enter a sacred soul ritual together. Not to end anything, but to consciously activate your new beginning. The place you live is no longer just a shelter. It is the palace where your light will be reborn. My dear Leo friends, this home, this sacred space, is where your blessings have been waiting for you to return to your throne. It's not strange at all. Every sensation you've been feeling, the shift in the light, the hum of energy, the feeling of being seen, is simply a signal from the cosmos, an announcement from the higher realms. Your magnificent heart was never truly locked. It's just that only now are you brave enough to step back into its full, radiant power. You did not come to this video today out of mere curiosity. You were called here. Your soul was summoned at the exact right moment because you are ready. You are not making up what is invisible. You are the one who holds the golden frequency of this home, the place where light awakens through every breath you dare to live with courage and authenticity. And if everything within you and around you is trembling right now, it is because you have just flung open the doors to your own throne room, the one you once locked, and the blessings, the opportunities, the love, and the abundance are now rushing in to greet their rightful ruler. We have journeyed together today from sensing the first shift of light in your kingdom to understanding the work of the celestial chamberlain preparing your stage to the courageous act of reclaiming the throne you once abdicated. Now, we have reached the culmination. This is not just an ending, it is an activation, a coronation. I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes if that feels right for you. Take a deep, slow breath in, and as you do, imagine you are breathing in pure, golden, solar light. Feel it fill your lungs, your heart, your entire being. And as you exhale, I want you to see that golden light pouring out from you, filling every corner of the room you are in, and then expanding to fill your entire home, your entire kingdom. This is your light. This is your power. This is your reign. If something in this message today touched your soul, if a truth resonated deep within your lion heart, I invite you to write it down, not just in the comments, but in a journal, as a sacred activation of your new reality. You could write, "I trust the divine signals in my kingdom, and I open the gates for my royal fortune to enter." Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for choosing to listen with your whole brave heart. It is a true honor to be a witness to your magnificent power. May your home and your soul always be filled with brilliant light, with profound gratitude, and with the miracles you so deeply and richly deserve. I cannot wait to see you again on the other side of the door you just opened. Your reign has just begun. I would love to hear from you, my beautiful Leo friends. What part of this message resonated most deeply? What strange and wonderful signs have you been noticing in your own kingdom? Share your experiences in the comments below. By sharing our stories, we amplify our collective light and support one another on this incredible journey. And of course, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom and turn on notifications. We have so much more to share with you as you step into this exciting new chapter. We want to continue to provide you with all the love, support, and encouragement possible. You can tap or click on one of the videos you see on your screen now to continue your journey and dive even deeper into your limitless Leo potential. Remember, you are the sun of your own universe. You are the creator of your reality, and you are fully, magnificently capable of achieving all of your wildest, most glorious dreams. Thank you for being here. Shine on.